today I greet my dear viewers with some troublesome coverage of presidential campaign, the Democratic presidential campaign, which involved such famous figures as Senator Hillary Clinton and Senator Barack Obama, Democrat from Illinois. Once I've seen on Yahoo.com as Obama, Barack Obama, he actually hugged two young black female teachers and told them which of them he will be screwing first. So I was actually shocked by his cynicism last year, and I believe that Mr. Barack Obama is reactionary politician because he doesn't want to raise minimum wage to a living minimum of $12 an hour. He doesn't want to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. Instead, he wants to initiate a new imperialist massacre and a bloodshed in Afghanistan, where Russian imperialists lost 20,000 Russian officers and soldiers in the 80s during the Soviet era. And if Democratic Senator from Illinois, Mr. Barack Obama, wants to repeat same mistake of Russian imperialists of invading Afghanistan and trying to wage a war against Afghani Pushto tribes, Pushto militias, it's a big mistake. Actually, Afghans have a Karzai government or something, and they have their own military. They can oppose Islamic extremism from Taliban. But their movement will gain definitely in size and will turn into a national liberation movement. If American troops and British Canadians will start committing atrocities on Afghanistan soil, like they were executed prisoners, shot huge volumes of machine gun fire into wedding ceremonies in Afghanistan and commit our atrocities, it seems to me that American and British troops should vacate Afghanistan because they only can bring human rights abuses on our heads, and then their presence is turning on suicidal terrorists from the ranks of narco-terrorists. You see, Al-Qaeda is a narco-terrorist group. It's not an Islamic movement. It's not a movement of Islamic priests. And the only way you can bust Al-Qaeda as a terrorist movement is using police methods, not military methods. American politicians, right-wing extremists, they trying to use military methods like corrupt President Bush, and they're very wrong. Bill Clinton was very wrong trying to fire in missiles, ordering to fire missiles salvo into mountains of Afghanistan to hit an Islamic prophet, Islamic priest Osama bin Laden, who was actually headed towards the United States. But actually, culprits were Islamic societies were paid by rich Americans to pay off narco-terrorists from Saudi Arabia, not from Afghanistan and not from Iraq. So Afghanistan got nothing to do with Al-Qaeda, but Saudi Arabia had nothing to do with Al-Qaeda, as most of Mohammed Atta 911 bombing group were Saudi Arabian nationals, narco-mobsters, Saudi Arabia and Lebanon. None of them were from Afghanistan or Iraq. Therefore, I address Senators Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama to refrain from military involvement in Afghanistan in order to save innocent lives, to avoid imperialist slaughter, like we're trying to do. And I believe that Mrs. Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Senator from New York, received a bribe from an imperialist disguised as a book deal $4 million book deals, they don't exist. You need to sell 80 million copies of your autobiography, of your book, in order to get paid $4 million. So therefore, it's just a bribe disguised as a book deal. And I believe that both Senator Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama are just expendable. They are not untouchables, and federal attorneys should indict them on corruption charges for taking $4 million each, disguised as a bribe, and disguised as a book deal. No book deal pays $4 million for non-existent 80 million copies were sold out. So therefore, Hillary Clinton is very corrupt, and she says that she actually doesn't mind rich people. She's not a liberal, and she will cut taxes to rich people who earn more than $100,000, and so that Barack Obama promised to cut taxes in Harrisburg during Pennsylvania caucus, during Pennsylvania presidential contest. I believe Ms. Clinton reneged her promise to cut tax, to raise tax against rich, loathsome rich people who steal our resources. And that's a pity, because millions of American investors, just like me, they lost their life savings while investing money in American companies, corporations. And I believe that Mrs. Clinton should at least owe the world community opportunity, peace in Afghanistan, and she should say that withdraw from Afghanistan and stop fighting in Afghanistan, and let the Afghan government do all the fighting with its rebels. And it's their prerogative. Americans have no right to wage a war in Afghanistan, because they violate national sovereignty, territorial integrity of Afghanistan, and also commit human rights abuses in Afghanistan. We should stop such wild practices of violating human rights in Afghanistan by withdrawing all U.S. troops from Afghan territory, and British and Canadian troops as well. Because this is what's called, I call American imperialism. Yesterday, during Harrisburg meeting, she said that she didn't promise to raise wages to live minimum level of $12 an hour. She didn't promise to withdraw all the troops from Iraq. She just promised to win in Afghanistan in order to unleash our imperialist slaughter campaign. Again, where young Americans will lose their lives in that imperialist slaughterhouse in Afghanistan, even able to satisfy the imperialist ambitions of such corrupt New York politician as Mrs. Hillary Clinton. And I urge federal authorities to investigate my allegation of taking bribes on part of Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. And to that, they are not untouchables, and Hillary Clinton, neither Hillary Clinton, nor Barack Obama. They're just expendable politicians. Democrats will replace them with more progressive politicians who would show how to show their liberal face, and probably more likely to win those presidential campaigns. There's these imperialist politicians who could only take bribes as disguised as book deals for $1 million, while millions of rank-and-file Americans sustained severe losses while investing in American corporations, which went belly up and didn't show any profit. I still believe that Mrs. Clinton shouldn't say anything like winning Afghanistan, because she meant imperialist slaughter in Afghanistan, and that should stop. That should stop, because imperialist warfare will take lives of innocent young American soldiers, and I admonish young Americans, not to participate in the imperialist campaign in Afghanistan, and because such corrupt politicians like Hillary Clinton wants to have it slaughtered in Afghanistan, and so does Barack Obama. And unless you stop them, they will keep doing